Right, it's time to put some flooring down in the van. Most people would normally do this at the beginning, but I'll be honest, I don't really see the point considering that like 80% of the floor is under a cabinet, so it just seems a waste of money. Anyway, I got an offcut of vinyl or lino, whatever you want to call it. You see that? Looks quite nice, doesn't it? 25 quid. So I've never laid this before. I'm just going to spray adhesive it down and cut around the edges and hope for the best. If I screw it up, I've lost 25 quid. It's not the end of the world, is it? And then I'll have to get someone to help me. So I'm going to drag this in the front. You watch the intro, press subscribe, and we'll see how we get on. Right, as you can see, it's a bit of a weird shape, off cut, remember. So the idea is we're going to use from that corner into the front of the bench seat and then cut around the shower, which will be sort of in the middle there, and then the rest of this will be the centre of the van. That means nothing with you looking at it right now, so let me take it in the van and I'll show you what I mean. La 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 la. So, hang on. This corner, this is the plan anyway, I'm going to put there. I'm going to glue that down and then I'm going to have to cut around that bit and then carry on down the shower, cut that bit down there, back underneath there, around this and around the bottom here. So there should be enough, but like I said, if I mess it up, not the end of the world. In preparation for this, as you can see, the screw holes that were pretty deep, I've just filled in, just so there's no indentations once I put it down and we start walking on it. I've just used a bit of general wood filler, quick put in, scrape, that's it, done. I've swept up, I have hoovered, so I'm going to drag this this lino into the van and start spraying. I think we've got a starting point. I'm just going to peel back that edge, spray down there, so that we've got that holds, because this is really awkward. I'm starting to understand why people do it first. Yeah, spray that edge down, glue that, and then I'll work my way down that way. I'll cut around that and carry on down, and hopefully that works. I'm just using normal trim fix like we've used everywhere else for the carpet and stuff. Right, that looks okay, that's going along that line, so that should be fine. I'm going to pull that just a little bit tighter. Perfect. Right, happy with that. Oh no! Oh, you absolute wanker. You absolute wanker. Just fucking punched. I was trying to move the whole thing and I've ended up splitting the bloody side. I hope I can cut around that now. What a dickhead. think I'm just going to end up tearing up most of this now because I've put that in a really delicate position. Right, I'm going to glue this area down, that'll be done, and I'll try and slowly manoeuvre that into place. So I'm going to lift this up and start spraying. No, stop tearing! In hindsight, what I should have done was put it in, cut it, or chopped it down a little bit and then glued it. Because this is awkward and every little movement, if there's a tear somewhere, every little movement increases that tear. And I think I'm just going to end up ruining this. So I'm trying to go slow, but I've already screwed it up in this corner. I'm glad there's a box going here because you won't see it, but still, it's annoying. Right, I've got this section done. It's not the neatest. Can you see? It's not great. However, this area is going to have that box there, so you're not going to see that little cut that I have accidentally done. And also I will run a bead of sealant around the outside, and on the step here on the edge of all of that and down there we're going to put like a little corner piece on, so that will hide that. And then I've just got to clean up the glue off the green, and this little bit looks okay. It's the rest of it that I'm probably going to screw up now, because I have to try and unfold this without tearing it into this tiny little area. Yeah. Okay, that's done. It's not without its fuck ups. There is a couple of edges that are torn before I even got to them. That corner down there I just cut wrong, so there's a little gap. There is a gap missing just because that's the way the lino was, so I'm going to try and fill that in. Generally, like if I showed you now, you won't be able to see anything. You won't be able to see any problems. And so, for the sake of 20 quid, whatever I paid for it, 25 quid, I'm going to glue this down now and patch up any little bits, get a bead of sealant around the edge, clear that up, put the edging on there for 25 quid. I'm not going to complain, I'll be honest. First time I've ever done it. So, to be honest, I was expecting to screw it up. Right, glue it. Right, now all that's glued down, I can get this box back into place, this seat box, or box seat. Which will sit somewhere about there-ish. I didn't fit these yet because all the, what do you call them, pocket holes to screw into the floor are on the side, and then we'll put the adhesive on there, stick that in, stick the bottom in, and we'll have a nice waterproof box, and that'll be that done. So let's crack on with that. Well, one thing is for sure, nobody's going to give me a job doing caulking or siliconing anytime soon. But it's not too bad. We have a waterproof box for our muddy boots, and I'm very happy with that. One more job done. Right, you saw how poor my sealant skills are. And I don't, when it's hidden in that box, I don't really care because no one can see it. But out on the floor, I'm going to put a black bead of sealant around the whole edge. So what I've decided to do, oh hang on, is mask everything. So all the way around I've masked, just like I did in the bathroom, because I don't want to screw this up. I've got one chance. So it goes all the way around, all the way down there. And then on the edge, over there, across here, I've got some corner edging on the way. So I'm just trying to sort this camera out. Yeah, I'm sure people look at that and take the piss out of me, but I don't care. As long as it looks nice at the end and it's sealed, that's all I care about. Well, it's not perfect, but it wasn't going to be, was it? Let's be honest. And unless you get really close to inspect it, you can't tell that it's not 100% correct. Go all the way around so you can see. It could have been worse, couldn't it? Let's be honest. It could have been worse. I have to say sorry because I forgot to press record and I've finished the floor. So I don't know where I got up to recording, to be honest. Glued everything down, did that beading of the black stuff, which was, and I have finished it with, let me turn this around, with some edging that I got off of Amazon. Hang on. It's a rubber edging, which goes right around and there and to there. I've also put that in the garage as well on the edge. Got my little miter joints, not too bad. That edging is, I'll put you back on the stand. It's like that. I'm not, it comes with self adhesive sticky tape stuff. I'm not convinced on how long that's going to last. For now though, it seems fine. It seems hard wearing, and it did stick on well, to be fair. It comes in a roll and you have to fold it over the edge. I thought that'd be easier than getting the metal stuff and then having to cut it and get the angles right. I don't know. I will update you in a couple of months and tell you if it's still there or not. Right, next video is going to be the ceiling. Yes, the ceiling. Thank you very much for watching, as always. And all the usuals, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, leave me a comment, whatever. Getting close now, guys. I'm getting excited. Really, really excited because it's starting to look like a finished product almost. So yeah, see you in the next video. Thank you again.